Welcome to my YouTube channel Modi Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. So in this video I would like to explaining about alignment test carried out onto the lathe machines for the different kind of requirements. So basically all the machine tools used for the productions need to be tested at the time of the first installations and periodically during use to ensure that they have the capabilities to produce the accuracy and finish expected from them. So the different kind of alignment test it will be carried out onto the lathe machines. So basically alignment tests are ensure that the machine supporting and guiding surfaces have the required geometrical characteristics like flatness, parallelism, perpendicular, etc. to ensure that the job accuracy and maintain when the tool is moved along with the length of the workpiece. So just you can see the different alignment test it will be carried out onto the lathe machines. So starting with the first one, axial slip of the main spindle. So just you can see the figure, the axial slip is axial movement of the spindle due to the manufacturing errors. So this is the movement is going to repeated every revolutions. So just you can see the figure, the clamp, the dial gauge stands to the bed with the help of the plunger of the gauge touching to the spindle solder as shown into the position A. So that will be the initial positions. Then you should rotate the spindle. So that will be the rotation of this spindle. So the rotate the spindle and notate the change into the reading of the gauges. So that will be the initial positions. You should rotate your spindle and check the readings. Shift the dial gauge to the diametrically opposite directions and the position B and take the reading again with the similar. So during that kind of movement of the dial gauge with that axial slip of the spindle, you can say spindle, the permissible errors in between 0.01 to 0.02 mm. So basically such kind of arrangement for measurement, or you can say measurement of the axial slip of main spindle. Then second one, true running of headstock center. So just you can see the headstock center must run true with respect to the spindle axis. So this one is our spindle axis. So the workpiece axis and the axis of the rotation of the spindle are the same. So that will be the axis and that will be the rotation of the spindle as well as the workpiece is being mounted onto that. So the workpiece axis. So once again from the figure this you can see the contact of the plunger of the dial indicator. So this one is a plunger which is normal to the tapered surface of the center. So this one is center. So this plunger it will be in contact with the taper section. So what happens? Rotate the spindle and deviation into the dial gauge reading shows that the center is not running true. So at initial stage that will be in contact. After these rotations you should take the readings from the dial indicator. If there will be the certain movement onto the dial gauge, so that will be having the improper positioning. So throughout the rotation of this spindle axis, or you can say workpiece axis, it will be into same positions. So this is the method for measuring a true running of the headstock center. So that will be the one of the alignment test onto the lathe machines it will be performing to check the true running of the headstock center. Third one, parallelism of main spindle to the saddle movements, and which is an important alignment test it will be for the lathe machines. So parallelisms of the main spindle is to be checked into both the planes with respect to the saddle movements. So just you can see the figure, the test is carried out with the help of the tapered shank mandrel. So that one is our mandrel which will be having a taper shank. So any deviations, or you can say the errors from the parallelisms in the spindle axis and the saddle movements leads to generate the surfaces which are not to be a true cylinder. So this one is our saddle. So onto that saddle our dial gauge is being mounted, and one of the surface of the mandrel, this plunger, it will be in contact. So by the rotations you should take the readings. So in the case of both the positions for A and B, so that will be the dial gauge positionings or at its right angles. So in that case of the parallelisms of the main spindle to the saddle movements, the permissible error up to the 0.02 mm. So that will be about parallelisms of the main spindle to the saddle movements. Then fourth one, true running of taper socket in a main spindle. So just you can see the figure, the axis of the tapered socket into the main spindle is required to be concentric with the spindle axis. Otherwise the job is producing will be eccentric, or you can say taper. Just you can see the figure, the mandrel which is a taper. So here it will be the mandrel with the taper sockets kept into the main spindle. So that will be the main spindle. So take the reading at the two extreme positions of the mandrel. So the position number A over here and second position at a B. So just you can check at the different positions, or you can say the two different positions A and B. So to take the readings from the two positions of the mandrel by the dial gauge and to the rotations of the mandrel. So by the rotating of this mandrel, you should take the two readings, one from the A and second from the B. So from that A and B, the permissible error for A, that will be 0.01 mm, and for position B 0.02 mm. Fifth alignment test onto the lathe machines, and that will be parallelism of tailstock sleeve to the saddle movements. So if the tailstock sleeve is not parallel to the saddle movements, so I think this one is our tailstock and this one is our saddle. So that will be the movement of the saddle with respect to our tailstock sleeve. So what happens? The true cylindrical surface of any job may not be achieved. So just you can see the figure, the gauge plunger. So here that will be the gauge plunger is kept onto the tailstock sleeve and the dial gauge stand onto the post. Take the readings by the moving carriage along the full length of the sleeves. So that will be the initial positions, and now it will be our second position. So position number 1, position number 2. So that will be checking of parallelisms of the tailstock sleeve to the saddle movements. So movement it will be carried out by the saddle. Sixth alignment test of lathe machines, and that will be tailstock sleeve taper socket to the saddle movement. So once again this one is our tailstock and this one is our saddle. So the tailstock sleeve have an internal taper to receive a dead center. So that one is our mandrel which is fixed with the tailstock sleeve. So it is required to check this taper is parallel to the saddle movements. Just you can see the figure. Similarly, so the taper shank mandrel is fixed into the tailstock socket. So that will be fixed into the tailstock socket. So this one is our socket, and the dial gauge is kept onto the tool post onto the saddle. So just you can see the different positioning. So at initially that will be for A position, and by the rotating of this one, that will be the position B. So both the plane A and B reading are taken by moving the carriage horizontally. Alignment test of lathe machines for both the centers in a vertical plane. So this test is carried out to ensure that not only the headstock and tailstock axes are parallel to the saddle movements individually. So that will be our headstock, tailstock, and this one is our saddle. So these axes are also coincide in a vertical plane. So to carry out this test at a mandrail, which is mounted between a headstock and tailstock. So the dial gauge is fixed onto the tool post with the help of plunger. It will be in contact with the outer surface of the mandrel, or you can say top surface. So the reading is taken by moving of that carriage longitudinally. So that will be the position number 1, position number 2. So you should take the readings. So the permissible error for the alignment test for both the centers into the vertical plane, it will be 0.02 mm. And last alignment test, axial slip of the lead screw. So the lead screw thrust face, or you can say the collar, must be exactly perpendicular to the axis of the screw. Otherwise, with every rotation of the lead screw, the axial movement is to be produced. So this test is carried out, just you can see the figure, the plunger of the dial gauge is pressed against the ball cap at the lead screw end. So that will be the ball, and this one is our plunger. So the rotate the lead screw and notate the deviations, if any, into the dial gauge. So this is the important one to check the axial slip of the lead screw. So these all 8 are the different alignment tests. It will be carried out onto the lathe machines before starting the operations, or you can say at the installation time, or you can say it will be checked periodically for the productions. So I think you understand this. So if you like this, then subscribe and share Modi Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. Thank you very much.